Hello Bulldogs, this is Kyle Carlson.
And I'm Margaret Maurer.
Welcome to your BNN News Show. This week we'll be showing you more on the AP Government and All About Now Extra Credit Movie Night,
PBIS Kindness Week,
and Boys Swim and Dive Sectionals.
All this and more on your Bulldog News Network.
Teachers at Columbus North hold movie nights throughout the school year to allow their students an entertaining, educational, extra credit opportunity. The movies selected often have similarities to the literature being read in class. Dan Marsh's AP Government students and Betsy Warble's All About Now students watched the movie The Post this past Wednesday, February 12th. Elvin Cesario sat down with teacher Dan Marsh and a student to learn more.
BNN sat down with AP Government teacher Dan Marsh and student Andrew Goebel to talk about the movie night.
We're going to watch The Post, which is a movie that came out 2 or 3 years ago, which focuses in on the Pentagon Papers that were released during the 1970s and a major question into the idea of freedom of press during the Nixon administration and the idea of prior restraint and some of these different thought processes in national security versus the freedom of information for the individuals in the American public. So it's kind of an interesting film, really thought-provoking, and gets you thinking about where we are today in media and politics and that, kind of pulling back into the 1970 administration age.
Student Andrew Goebel then explains how the movie ties in with what they are learning in class.
We're talking about the media's role in politics and government and how the media can make a politician look bad or look good. It's very important for a politician to appear intelligent and like they know what they're talking about to the constituents so that they know who to vote for in the upcoming elections and things like that. It's also important because the media sets the policy agenda for what the public cares about and what politicians need to focus on. So if you want to cause change in your political system, then you have to start with the media because then that'll gain attention for your news.
This is Elvin Cesario reporting for BNN.
The annual Kindness Week began on Monday, February 10th and wraps up today. The PBIS committee has designated certain themes for certain days with hopes of high participation among students. A couple of North teachers sat down with BNN to learn more about their experience with Kindness Week.
BNN sat down with Mr. Dunn and Mr. Huff to learn about their thoughts on Kindness Week.
Well, I think Kindness Week kind of sheds a light on just seeing those little acts of kindness that happen every day and make sure people are aware that they're recognized. And that just simple things do make the school a better place and just a good place to be around. So I think it's just focusing on those little acts that do happen every day and make sure kids are aware that it is seen, it is noticed, and just bringing awareness to it.
I think it just gives students something small that they can do and achieve and focus on that can impact everybody in the building. You know, students can come in and do small things like if they see someone drop something, help them pick it up, or they could just say hello to their teacher if they don't normally do that, or say hello to another student if they don't normally do that. And so those little bitty things can make a big difference in the culture of the school if that starts to pick up steam and become something that happens regularly.
They then talk about their favorite part of Kindness Week.
I like the stickers personally, so my favorite part is, and kids, even though they're teenagers, they still like stickers too, so I like noticing them and giving out the stickers, and the kids have been kind of excited about those.
My favorite part of Kindness Week is the music in between classes. I sort of wish we would do it more often outside of just Kindness Week. People seem to like it, or if they don't like it at least makes them smile with how ridiculous whatever song is that's being played is on.
This is Carson Kleinalter reporting for BNN.
The Columbus North Boys Swim and Dive team is underway in preparations for their sectional prelims held on February 20th, with finals following on the 22nd. The team's record this year has been 3-4. After prelims, the top 16 teams will return to finals. BNN sat down with team members to discuss their thoughts on sectionals.
BNN sat down with junior Christopher Lee and sophomore David Fry to learn more about how the Columbus North Bullfrogs are preparing for their upcoming sectionals meet.
I started swimming when I was around 5 with my dad's club in Madison.
I started swimming in like 5th grade, I think.
I first started with Donner Swim Club and I moved into high school.
My brother used to swim too, so I kind of followed him around.
My biggest inspiration is probably my teammates and my family, because my teammates motivate me to go faster, and so does my family.
I think my biggest inspiration in swimming is probably my brother too, because he's my brother.
The goals I want to achieve is to make it back to state in 3 different events.
Our team's wanting to repeat our sectional win from last year.
It's definitely a lot more pressure than this year. I feel like there's a lot more pressure on the team to do well than last year.
I've been really excited for sectionals to prove what our team can do this year.
We've been preparing differently by starting taper, which is like slowing, or the volume of swimming is going down, so it's less practices and less practice time.
We've been having shorter practices and easier lifts to rest our muscles for.
This is Ashley Milne reporting for BNN.
That's it for today, Bulldogs. This is Kyle Carlson.
And I'm Margaret Maurer. Have a great weekend.